everybody. My name is Tuệ Minh, and as you know, this is my last presentation in my high school. So today we're going to talk about another environmental issues. You know that we have talked about this problem many over times, but we still haven't come up with any proper solution to solve this conundrum. So I believe that this topic is still an old but gold topic. And today, I would like to bring you another term of climate, of environmental issues that is called climate justice. And to many of you, this is maybe the first time you heard about this term, so that is the reason why I'm standing here. So, welcome to my presentation. To start with, let's begin with watching a video so that you can understand what climate justice is.
But what exactly does climate change have to do with justice? Aren't we all in this together? To understand climate justice, we need to understand climate injustice. Who causes climate change and who's hurt by it? Let's first look at who's responsible for putting carbon dioxide into the atmosphere and heating the planet. Imagine this grain of rice is 1 ton of carbon dioxide. Each year, the average person in Nigeria adds less than 1 grain into the atmosphere. The average person in India, 2 grains. In China, 7 grains. In Germany, 10 grains. In the US, 17 grains. In 1 year, the average American pollutes 20 times more than the average Nigerian.
So, after you're watching the video, you all know that what climate justice is. And the next part, we will continue to clarify the root of the problems. There are 2 main root of the problems, that is colonialism and industrial revolutions. About 500 years ago, when some European countries started to establish colonies in many parts of the world, like Asia or Africa, by that time they're going through both industrial revolution, which saw an adaptation of machines, factories, as well as the burning of fossil fuels. And both colonialism and industrial revolution lead to the development in economy in many Europe countries as well as in Southern like Australia, Canada. However, in contrast, it leads to the development in the colonized countries as the colonial power just focus on extracting natural resources and keeping the wealth for themselves, and lead the colonized country suffering in poor and natural pollutions. And until this day, many colonized countries still suffer from soil degradation and natural pollution. So, as the global inequality increase, so do the climate injustice that follow. But these don't fall clearly among nationalities, gender, or social class. But often, there is usually an overlap between some different traits. For example, take some young rural women in India or Pakistan. They have to are the most heavily affected by climate injustice, as their husbands have to migrate to the city in search of work, leaving them have to handle the farming duties as well as raising their families. So therefore, they have to suffer from both gender discriminations, labor exploitation, and climate injustice. And these don't just affect the developing countries. In the US, like black mothers, for example, they have to suffer from many pregnancy risks, as another reason is social class and wealth. So you all know that what the real insight is. So we need to consider everything before we ban them, because we have to provide an alternative option for people who need them. Take plastic straw as an example. They are non-recyclable, they are single-use, and too often they end up in the ocean when they get swallowed by fish or other marine animals. In the 2020, when the US became one of the first countries to ban them completely. However, straw is an important tool for people with certain disability because not everybody can pick up a cup. Then dry straw are produced and are more environmentally friendly than plastic straw. We need a climate movement that involves incorporating voice from people who are directly affected by climate injustice. So it also means that we need to build solidarity across nation, across ethnic, across social economic, across social class. And because none of us can solve this problem by ourselves. So what is your role in all of this? Well, if you are doing good for yourself and you would like to make a difference, there is always time, there is always a way to donate time or money for climate change project. And if you are living in a community that has suffering from climate effects, it is always a way to involve to increase the resilience in climate adaptation project. And in the end, I know that this problem is still a big question for all people of us. But I hope that in the future we would stop searching for the solution and keep trying to find another better way to preserve our life as well as our environment. Thank you for listening.